So, what are our top tips when it comes to video remarketing? So, if you are managing video remarketing in-house on your YouTube campaigns, you need to make sure that you have a data analyst. A data analyst is someone with a strong PPC background with lots of experience in Google AdWords. They're really going to be able to look at your data and understand what is working and what isn't so that they can effectively remarket. You need to be looking at the demographics, audience type, age range, to make sure that you are then retargeting your video campaign to audiences that are engaging and audiences that are more likely to convert. It's no good you channeling your traffic into audiences that aren't converting. And when it comes to remarketing your campaign, this is when you need someone in-house that is very, very savvy with numbers, or an agency partner to lean on to.
It's Katie from S.media, and today I wanted to give you one of my top tips for advertising on YouTube. So my top tip for advertising on YouTube would be to include interactive elements in your ads. Now, why should you be including interactive elements in your ads? That's because it drives engagement and it drives action from your ads. Obviously, the main reason for advertising on YouTube would be to drive more engagement on your ad, and also to drive the action, to push the viewer to take an action. So a study has actually been done that shows using interactive elements in your ads increases the viewing time by 47%. Now that's incredible. So a couple of ways that you can include interactive elements in your ads is by including call to actions. So at S.media, we would always advise you include call to actions throughout your ads. Probably about 3 call to actions would be the best. And also you can include cards on your videos to showcase your products or service to drive the viewer to take an action on that ad. So that's my top tip. Make sure that you are always including interactive elements to drive the viewer to take an action.
Hi guys, it's Flo from S.media, and today I want to share with you one of my favourite tips when it comes to advertising on YouTube and creating a YouTube ad that actually sells your product and service. So this tip is to create compelling human content that feels native. So with so much content now on the internet and the option for people to skip adverts, it's important that you focus on producing high quality video content. And by quality, I mean creating an advert that's not like usual adverts, something that isn't going to annoy or disturb somebody in the process of whatever they're doing, whether that's watching a video or browsing online. You want to create an advert that doesn't annoy them, but rather excites them. So one way that you can do this is by creating an advert that pulls at the heartstrings, something that's very heartfelt and emotional. Or you could make a funny advert that has jokes and makes people laugh. You should also feature people in your advert, as this gives someone for your audience to connect with, and also creates relatable experiences that feel natural and native, because then that's what's going to hook your audience in. And if you are still struggling to make your adverts compelling or heartfelt or native, then maybe go take a look at your favourite adverts and see what intrigues you about them. Find out what that hook is and what piqued your interest in the first place, and maybe apply that to your own adverts as well.
Using emotions is one of the most powerful things that you can use in your advertising and marketing. It always has been, it always will be. Simple reason is we're humans at the end of the day, and we respond to emotional things. Video on YouTube is no exception. It's a great platform to tug at people's heartstrings in a whole range of ways. As humans, we have everything from fear to anger to fun, humour. There's literally thousands of emotions that we can tap into. Yes, you can narrow them down to, I suppose, a handful of those if you want to do a bit of work yourselves. I'm not going to sit here today going through all those emotions. One of the reasons why it works so well on video is that you can use lots of tips and tricks and things to pull at those emotions. One of those is use of lighting. If it can be dark lighting, it can be broody, it can be bright and lively and upbeat. You can layer that over the top with things such as the pace of delivery. If you talk really slow, really thoughtful, it gets across a different emotion to one if you're talking really quick and really excited. It's a different kind of emotion. And so layer that over with different visuals, the different pace, the way you deliver things, the pauses that people can put into things, the way people act and deliver. I'm filming one tomorrow with my business partner Simon, and at one point he's going to be kind of doing this and kind of scratching his head just to make the point is like disbelief. And what he's talking about within that video will resonate hopefully with the audience that we want to target. And this sadness, people can look really sad at camera and really down and kind of a bit unsure. They can equally look really optimistic. So emotions and tugging at your customers' heartstrings is one of the most powerful things you can do. However, a word of caution, get it wrong in the wrong context and it can backfire and really hack people off. So just be mindful to be telling the truth of what you're trying to communicate. Make sure that it's targeted well. But yes, by all means, try and use emotion to effect, because it will play a massive part in not only building your brand, but helping you drive increased sales and engagement over a very long period of time.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I've got a top tip for you that is about targeting and YouTube. Now, the most frustrating thing that can be had for a business owner can be finding the person or the right people to sell to, because sometimes it might feel really apparent when you're setting out your strategy or your plans, oh well, these people obviously want to buy something as they're missing that gap. But if you can't make yourself be found, then it will be all for nothing. So targeting is such an important thing, especially on YouTube advertising, as it's so interlaced with the algorithm of how the website works, that if you're not taking advantage of it, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. Now, YouTube layers on many different parameters such as demographics within key life events, things like age, gender, location, and they can feed into all of these things and help you pick your target for who you want to watch your video. They provide analytics as well that will detail what kind of videos these people are watching, what stuff they're engaging with, what they're really passionate about, and what they're getting involved with on your platform. And they'll break these sort of groups down into different markets, whether they're a certain sector or they've got a particular interest. YouTube will group these targeting options for you, and it will let you know all this information. And not only is this really valuable information for making more content or producing more ads, but it gives you an idea of what works, what is important, what are people passionate about, what are people clicking on those videos for, what are they wanting to get out of that content or that advert, what's valuable to them. Because at the end of the day, as marketers or content creators, we're always wanting to know what the audience is thinking and what they want. So if you really want to engage that audience and you want to keep them rolling, then make sure you have your targeting options down correctly.
Another top tip of YouTube advertising is YouTube ad formats. Now, you would need to pick your YouTube ad formats carefully. There's many options you can pick from. One of them is bumper ads. Now, these bumper ads are 6 seconds long. Basically, these ads get displayed before the viewer can watch the video they want to watch. So within these 6 seconds, there's great potential to really make a statement for your brand and really hit home a strong message for your product or service, and really engage the viewer in to the point where they go through to your website and make a conversion basically. And these 6 seconds are crucial. The other one is a non-skippable ad. Now, a non-skippable ad, this can last for the full length of at least a minute. Basically, like, you can skip these after 5 seconds. But if a viewer wishes to watch the ad for longer because they're interested by it, they're engaged by it, then you can. They don't have to skip through to the video they want to watch. So straight away, there is an interesting dynamic here where you can really create an ad that makes an impression that really engages the viewer to carry on watching and watching more. And therefore, this will probably strengthen the conversion rate for your brand. The skippable in-stream ad can be viewed before the video, during the video, and just after the video as well. So it's quite flexible. So this does offer a great chance to really ram home a strong and cost-effective ad. A long, non-skippable ad must be watched before you can start a video. Now, these type of ads can be up to 30 seconds long this time, so there is a great opportunity for your brand to really take advantage and maximise the conversion results. Yes, the viewer will have to sit through 30 seconds, so there's plenty of space here to create an engaging, insightful ad that really appeals to the audience that you are targeting.
So the next tip is inspire viewers to take action. And one of the best ways to create ads that resonate with viewers is to present a serious problem and then show them how, by supporting your business, they can help turn it around. So you want to start by outlining the problem. Share gripping facts or testimonials demonstrating the gravity of the issue, then pivot to show what your company is doing to eliminate the problem, showing potential customers that by purchasing your products, they are promoting positive initiatives, which gives them added incentive to make a purchase and feel good about it. Now, in preparation for putting this together today, I remembered a video that just really had caught my attention. It goes way back to 2015. It was called Like a Girl. And it's a feminine product by a brand called Always. You may have never heard of it. And their campaign was unstoppable. And in the video that I watched, it was a series of young women who were talking about doing something like a girl. Run like a girl, hit like a girl. And in that, they were really not putting forth their best effort. They were doing things kind of half-heartedly. And then they shifted and they talked to young girls, prepubescent girls, for the age of 10. And they said, I want you to run like a girl. And they were running with all their might. And I want you to hit like a girl. And they were hitting as the best they could. And the question was, at what point did it become a negative thing? At some point in a girl's life, it became negative to do something like a girl. And that just hit home with me so much, and I still recall it today because I have 3 girls, and they're older now. And what I wanted to instill in them was, you have it, you've got it. All the power is within you. You can do this. And so being a girl is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And Always brand really covered that, and they captured that. So, look, if your product's nothing special and you're placed similarly with everyone else, you're just like Always. They were in the same boat. But I have to admit, I have a strong sense for their product because of that ad. And the same can happen for you. If your business has a positive impact on the world, even if it's just helping small businesses do their jobs better, you want to highlight that in your YouTube ads.